it's Jason. So I'm on the hunt. I'm on the hunt for cats being Jaguars. And it seems when you begin looking for a Jaguar, you end up getting all kinds of leads and locations of barns and garages of auto Jags. And I looked, as you know, at that 93, I believe it was, and technically that was considered an XJ40, and I really wanted an XJ6. And then I started learning about the Series 3. So the Jaguar XJ6 Series 3, it was developed, I think from 1980 to like 1992, the Series 3. And if you recall, in 1968, the XJ6 came out, and the Series 3 is the last Jaguar that was designed by William Lyons, who was the founder of the company of Jaguar. And he put a lot of energy into this design, and it's said to have very fine balance and great refinement and overall luxury. It's a really nice four-door sedan. So this is an 81 Series 3. It should be in all original condition. So initially, the way this story goes, I discover a Series 3 with a Chevy 350 engine swap. And it's in a garage that looked pretty rough, and I wasn't too interested in it, but I just contacted the guy that had it. And the story is, he is the son-in-law of the owner, and the owner, as it turns out, had 4 or 5 different Jaguars. So I was like, hey, you know, do you have any that don't have engine swaps, that are, you know, complete XJ6 Series 3s? And he's like, yeah, you know, I got this other one. It's with all the other Jags, and they have them all at a business that's in Newville, Pennsylvania, off of I-81 south of Carlisle. So it's about 80 miles away from my house. And I decided I wanted to come look at it. I want to see what condition it's in. It has plates on it, and supposedly it was driven into the garage in 2005. And the garage is, this facility is like a banquet hall, and it looks like it has a bunch of storage garages at it. And, you know, it looks like it was probably a really booming business in the 80s, 90s, and probably early 2000s. And then I think the gentleman that owns it got, you know, had some bad health. And then his daughter's husband is trying to help unload the cars. And, you know, ultimately probably, you know, the whole business is probably winding down. So I'm going to go take a peek at this. I want to see what it looks like. And, you know, the kid that has him listed, you know, claims that he thinks he has him listed a little too high. So I'm going to go take a peek, see what he has. I'm going to hopefully have approval to take a video of them so I can share it with you. Some people get a little cranky about me doing that. And like I say, it's an 81 Jaguar XJ6 Series 3, all original condition. What I was getting at too was it was parked in 2015 and never moved again. So, you know, clearly it's going to have brake issues. The tires are probably a little rotten. The gas is no good. But it does have the plates still on the vehicle. So I like to think it was being driven up to 2005. I like to think that perhaps maybe it was parked because of something funky happening with it, and then after it sat for a year or two, nobody bothered it. I like to imagine it doesn't have any significant engine issues or anything like that. So this is my hunt for Jags. It's about 30 degrees out. It's going to be a fun day. I'm going to take a peek at them, and I'll let you know how the hunt for this 81 XJ6 Series 3 goes, and maybe we'll find something that I'm interested in. All right, so I'm getting ready to pull up to this location where the Series 3 Jaguar XJ6 1981 is. It's located right off of 81, so that's pretty convenient. I'm curious to see what's in this storage, and It looks like a series of garages. I believe there are, as I mentioned, 4 different Jaguars. I'm looking specifically at the 81 Series 3, but there's very limited information from the son-in-law. So I'm gonna pull up and probably within 5 minutes have an idea if it's something that that I would be interested in, and if so, we might be able to work out a deal. But this is a big undertaking for me. I haven't restored a vehicle in a condition like this, from what I believe, in a while. The last one I did would have been a Corvair, a 1964 Corvair. So this is the location, it seems, right here, the Carriage House Banquet Facility. So I'm gonna go ahead and park and see what we have here.
It's been sitting. I mean, it probably has usual a little bit of rust and everything.
And it hasn't ran in a long time, it looks like.
Yeah, 05 is the last time it was on the road.
And are there a lot of mice typically in this garage that you know of?
I couldn't tell you. We have cats around. They generally keep the mice down, but
That's the biggest issue. I can't get in there too
if
much.
you go on that side of it, we can move it a little bit.
And does it have like any paperwork or anything with it, or is it
We have
just?
the title.
Well, I mean, besides the title, like any history of the vehicle or any like just anything that may have been done to it at some point.
I don't think so. So it belongs.
So this is the 1981 Jag Series 3 XJ6, last tagged June 2005. And you can see in here, that's a Jag with a Chevy engine, and then a V12, really nice condition, Jag sitting in here. The leather seems to be halfway decent. And there's definitely evidence of mice, which you kind of expect on these old cars stored this way. And this is the inside. Looks like it's missing some stuff near the steering column. Maybe that's it down there. The leather. The mileage is showing 37,954. It's really not in that bad of shape. It has a bit of a mold smell, so there's definitely mold in here, or was, and you can certainly see where mice were in here. And there's even money just thrown in the car. Kind of like it, especially the mileage, but it's a big unknown with the engine. And then looking at the engine here, doesn't look terrible. Doesn't look terrible, but it definitely has some signs. There's no battery in it. That's where the battery would go. I'm curious about the oil. So there's still oil on the dipstick, so we know the engine had oil in it. Paint all seems to be in good shape, and that inspection is from June 2005. And then the front end seems complete minus one headlight over there. So this is the other car in the back. That's a parts car, and she is definitely in rough shape, that's for sure. The door is off the hinge. This is legitimately a carriage of where horses used to be. So this is the side of the parts car. The doors wide off, interior totally exposed. Definitely would be not interested in this one. She looks to me like it's ready for scrap. Been stored in here about 20 years. Alright, so I'm leaving the carriage house after I looked at this Series 3 1981 Jaguar XJ6, and I ended up getting to meet the owner of the car, and she is the wife of the husband and then the son-in-law who I initially got the lead from, and we made a deal. So it's only pending me getting a tow company to tow it out, but I am going to be the proud owner of an 81 Series 3 Jag, and we'll see where this adventure goes to. The reason why I purchased it has really good leather interior, and it looked like, you know, with a deep clean and some other work, even if I can't get it fixed myself, a small investment could go a long way on it. So I'm really excited to see if I can get the car started when it arrives to my house, and we're targeting December 18th or 19th to actually do that. So fun adventures ahead. I hope it's not too crazy of an idea. I hope it's able to be drivable and fixed up and not cost me an arm and a leg. But the way I looked at it, at that price, even if I can't get it where I need it to be, I'm not going to lose any money on it. So a small investment with a little bit of man hours to get to my house will go a long way. Stay tuned for the future project. Thanks for tuning in. Check out my blog, jams.net, www.jamz.net.